Welcome back to Online Financial Foundations and to our final lesson, lesson number 9, paying yourself. You have made it here, my friends. Let's do this. So in this lesson, you're going to learn how to pay yourself depending on how your business is set up, and then also how to establish a regular habit of paying yourself. So first, how do I pay myself? This is one of the most common questions that I get asked, and the answer does differ depending on how your business is structured. So if you're a sole proprietor or an LLC or a partnership, you don't need to put yourself on payroll. You can basically just send yourself money from your business bank account. But I do want to caveat here that if you are a multi-member LLC or a partnership, you may want to check your partnership or operating agreement to make sure that there aren't any specific rules in there. Now, if your business is a corporation, either a C corporation or an S corporation, you'll need to put yourself on payroll and you'll need to determine a reasonable compensation to pay yourself. I'm not going to dive into that concept here in this lesson, but just know that this reasonable compensation thing is really important. And when you make that jump to being a corporation, it's really important to talk to your accountant about that because that's a very critical component and really can affect some of the tax benefits that you'll receive. So you don't want to just brush that aside. Now, if you're paying yourself and you are not the corporation option, then you're going to transfer funds from your business checking account to your personal. It's that simple. And you're going to track those funds as owner's pay. Let's talk about now, though, how to actually establish a habit of paying yourself. And I'm going to drop a truth bomb on y'all. If you don't prioritize paying yourself now, you never will. Even at the very beginning when you don't have a lot of money coming in and you don't have a lot of money in the bank, I want you to treat paying yourself as one of the top priorities of your business. Before you pay for Kajabi, before you pay for all those fancy Instagram filters, before you pay for anything else in your business, pay yourself. Now, I will say this. I know that that's not always possible, especially as we're building our businesses. There's a bit of a balancing act here. But if you continually remind yourself that you are a priority, as that money comes in, that money is going to go out to the right places. So here's how we set that habit in place. Step number 1, we decide how often we're going to pay ourselves. I like to pay myself twice a month, even before I was on payroll. This is what I did. Some people prefer to do it monthly. It's completely up to you, but I would set a regular schedule of paying yourself. So step number 2 is to choose an amount that you can consistently pay yourself on a regular basis. Remember, this is about starting this habit. It's not about achieving the ultimate goal. So you may have a number in mind of what you want to pay yourself, and maybe your business just can't quite support that yet. So this step is really just about choosing a number that you know you can commit to pay yourself every single time. This could be $10, it could be $100, it could be $1,000. I care less about what the number is and more about the fact that you are going to stick to this amount consistently, regularly, without fail. Now, step number 3 is to set an intention that you are going to actually increase that amount at every single money meeting you have. And here's the thing. I don't care if all you can increase it by is $1. But at every money meeting, I want you to say to yourself, I want you to get honest and say, can I increase this number? And remember that every time you increase it, you are recommitting to that new amount consistently. We're never bringing this number down. We're only going up. So even if it's just $1 you can increase it by, I want you to set that intention because over time, as your business starts making more and more and more money, you'll already be in the habit of paying yourself. And so it becomes a lot easier for you to say, well, yeah, I can pay myself more because you don't have to set that habit in place of paying yourself to begin with. Step number 4 is to set a regular bonus review. You can do this monthly or quarterly. It's entirely up to you. But this is when I sit down with the numbers of my business. I look at my profits over the last period, and I determine if I can pay myself anything additional. And most of the time I can, because I'm already in that habit of paying myself, and I've done a good job of tracking my numbers. And so I have some money set aside to be able to do this. But even if you can't pay yourself a bonus, I still want you to do this review. It's important, again, to get in this habit. So your action item now after this lesson is to determine how much you are going to start paying yourself and how often. In this lesson, you learned how to pay yourself depending on your legal entity type and how to establish a habit of paying yourself. And congratulations, my friend. You survived Online Financial Foundations. You have everything you need to set up, manage, and master the money stuff in your business. Go forward, make lots of money, and I can't wait to see your business grow.